sales tax on certain services performed for businesses, services from one business to another. Joining us now to discuss the implications for the B2B tax and what they would have on consumers and small business owners for this week's State House Spotlight, Democratic Delegate David Moon and Republican Delegate Ryan Nawrocki. Delegates, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Sure. Delegate Moon, I want to start with you first. Tax on some businesses, business-to-business services. You said hard reality of the moment that we're at right now. I mean, the state is facing a $3 billion budget deficit, so a lot of different ideas coming out. That's what sparked this. Could this proposal drive away small business owners, though, from the state of Maryland?
Well, look, I think the reality we're in is that we started the legislative session in January needing to unwind a $3 billion deficit, but in just a few short weeks, that number is going to grow quite big and quite quickly from all of the actions the federal government has taken. There's a wrecking ball coming for Maryland's economy, and it's far beyond, we're too reliant on federal jobs. We are in a situation where this is the public sector, the private sector, research cuts. Hopkins is announcing $1 billion in layoffs, again, private sector. So there's rippling effects. And so we need more options on the table, unfortunately, for how to deal with this. So I don't know quite how this will shake out, but one of the proposals is a business-to-business services tax to help us unplug this fiscal situation.
Delegate Nawrocki, your response? Delegate Nawrocki, it looks like we don't have your audio right now. Let's see if we can work on that. Delegate Moon, why? Oh, wait, I think we have you now. Okay, sorry about that. Your response.
I agree with my colleague. There's definitely a big fiscal crisis here in Maryland, but the way to get out of that is to grow our economy. And to grow the economy does not mean placing more taxes on businesses right now. We're already the third most unfavorable state to do business, according to CNBC last year. I don't think we want to be number one, right? That's not the category you want to be number one in. One of the tax proposals on the business proposal is the tax repairs on heavy trucks. Let's think about what that means. Every good in our economy travels on a heavy truck. Everything that makes its way to a consumer's door, whether that's food products, whether that's things that come off of Amazon, whether that's anything that goes to a business is on a heavy truck. That's not the way to grow our economy.
Delegate Moon, some of the list, let me get this correct. IT work, we just heard Delegate Nawrocki talking about some. Photography, marketing, landscaping, even valet parking. There's some of the list that we've been reporting on here with Fox 45, some of the list. So when we start looking at business to business, this is just one, I guess, facet of the way that we recover the $3 billion. And you were going off about the federal stuff, too, but just the $3 billion. Do any other states have this business-to-business tax that you could look at and say, hey, this is going to get us $1 billion back?
Oh, yeah. A number of states, many states, neighbors, red states have services taxes, so this is not a new concept. They generally pick and choose which services to tax. And so this year we took one crack at, again, this is just a proposal. The governor himself has multiple proposals for ways to plug the deficit. So this is one that we chose. And, a lot of people in the economy have been say music, right? You used to have a physical good, a CD you would pick up at a store, and now that's all streaming. And so it's a service, but essentially the revenue implications for the state are exactly the same. The customers are purchasing the same thing. And so part of this is modernizing the tax code to reflect how the economy actually operates.
Delegate Nawrocki, your last take here on this discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a tax on service. It's a tax on the services that small businesses use in Maryland. I'm a small business owner. I don't have a big accounting department in my business. I don't have a print shop in my business. All those services are services that we acquire from other businesses. And those services are ultimately, when we pay more for those, we're going to pass that along to the consumer. That's what businesses do. So all of us are going to pay more with a tax like this, unfortunately.
Delegate Nawrocki, Delegate Moon, thank you so much for giving us a glimpse into the debates that happened in Annapolis. We appreciate it.